Welcome back to Fast RC, buddy. My name is Ryan. Today's episode of RC Weekly, we have new releases from Arrma and Kyosho. We have some price drops from Arrma and Hobbies. We have some discontinued models we need to talk about. And of course, we need to cover the hottest sales in RC. So stick around and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Alright, and first up, we have a release from Arrma. It looks like the Typhon 223S is getting some new colors added on. And it was kind of funny when this got released last week, or announced on, I saw it roll across my feed on YouTube. I was like asking myself, like, is there really a new Typhon? Or I could have swore there was already a Typhon 223S. And sure enough, looking at this and looking at the comments on Arrma's videos, this is still the same Arrma Typhon 223S, just adding some new colors. You can see the comment that I post on the screen from Arrma. But good to see getting some extra colors out there. So let's go ahead and get on to the next update. And next up from Kyosho, we have another drift car, but this time it's not actually a drift car and it's a drift truck. So it looks like we're getting a Tundra drift truck, and I gotta say, this thing is sick. When I saw this roll across the feed last week, man, I'm a big fan of Toyota, and in particular, I love street trucks, and this thing like checks all the boxes. So shout out to Kyosho. I think they did a great job on this Tundra drift truck, and even better is that they stepped up and made it clipless, which is nice. I'm tired of seeing body posts, and especially on a really good looking body like that, so it's so nice to see it they went clipless. Like, keep it up, Kyosho. This thing is, in my opinion, a home run, and out of all the 3 drift cars they've released so far, by far this one's my favorite easily. So go ahead and check it out, guys. There's plenty of pictures on this one and looks good to me. So let's go ahead and get on to the next update. Alright, and next up we need to talk about price drops, probably my favorite subject on all of RC Weekly. So it looks like from Arrma and Hobbies, they just announced that they have new everyday low prices on a bunch of their models. And I'd say the main model that's going to headline this is the NASCARs. Those were at $249.99, have now dropped $40 in price down to $209.99, which is nice to see. Getting kind of closer to that original price of like $180 from back in the day. But $209, not too bad considering it was at $250. But just to roll through the site real quick, all your NASCARs are at lower prices now, so you save $40, and that, you know, all the 2025 editions. Some other notable models that are now have everyday low prices or lower prices than what they were are the Pro Motos. So pretty much all the Pro Motos are about $50 off for the most part, and that goes even for the Supermoto, which is $50 off, which I know I've been kind of harping on that one for the last like month or two, but now, yeah, it's just $50 cheaper. Also too, they got lumped in there, they got the Gorgons, which you're gonna see a $20 price decrease, which I've talked about that weeks ago. Nice to see. And then the Losi RZR Ray is also $20 less, along with the Helomon that I've been talking about for a few weeks. That is $70 less. It sounds like that's not a sale anymore, and that's just the low price. So shout out to Arrma and Hobbies and Losi. Nice to see some lower prices just in general for us as consumers. It kind of gives us a little bit of price relief, especially in this hobby, which is pretty expensive. Anyways, hope you guys got something out of that. So let's go ahead and get to the next update. And sticking with Arrma and Hobbies, this next update is just a really quick discontinued model. The Fury 2-wheel drive Mega 550s. I know we talked about that 550 Mega being discontinued like a month back, but now officially the blue and the red version that included the battery and charger combo are also discontinued. So it kind of speaks to like a bigger trend. It looks like the 550 Mega version vehicles are going away. And also, while not official yet, the Vortex 2-wheel drive Mega is out of stock on Arrma and Hobbies site. Doesn't say discontinued yet, but I'll be on the lookout in case it actually does go discontinued. But a bit of the bummer is kind of the lower end vehicles that are going away. But like we always say on this channel, if most of the time when they go away, there's going to be something that takes its place anyways. So we'll be on the lookout for that and see what comes next. All right, so that's all I got for updates. Let's go ahead and get to sales. All right, let's save some cash. So first up, we're going to start off with Tower Hobbies because they got a pretty good sale going on if you're into crawlers. And this is kind of going to go with a lot of the sales I talk about with Elements today, or Element RC today. But Tower Hobbies, if you're looking to get an Element crawler, that's the place to go by far. There's some huge sales. Unfortunately for this segment, I don't have any graphs to show you guys from Tower Hobbies, but keep in mind, if you do go to fastrc.net and look at the Element RC sales, which I'll flash up on the screen real quick, the sales from Tower Hobbies are actually double what they are at Amain Hobbies right now. So if you're looking to get any of these Element RC crawlers, you're going to want to go to Tower Hobbies. You're going to save like an extra 15%. But just rolling through it, we'll kind of talk about them real quick. We have the 124th Enduro 24 Sendero trail truck, $62.99. That's a pretty good deal, especially looking at the graph. Like, that's actually like a legit lower price on sale. Oh, all of these are on sale till the 31st, so end of the month. Next up, we got the Enduro Ecto green on sale for $286.99. Pretty big savings there. Also have the 1/12 scale Enduro for $139.99. We have the Zool truck for $279.99, and that's like a, man, I think the last time I saw the Zool like that low was probably like on my my third or fourth episode of RC Weekly. It was a while back, and I think it was maybe like $250. I'll have to go back and check on that, which is the whole point of having the dashboard, is to see the price history. I know that Zool though has been on steep discount a couple times, and $279, like, that's a pretty good price. Next up, we have the Enduro SE trail truck for $192.50. Pretty good price there. And then we have the Ecto. This is the green Ecto for $335.99. This one includes the battery and charger combo. And then we have another Enduro Sendero, $272.99. We have the Utron, which that name I've butchered a few times, $265.99. Pretty good price there. Like I said, I think the lowest I've ever seen that was like $250. Next up, we have another Enduro. This is the Bushido for $349.99. $150 off the normal price. Pretty good. Another Bushido green version with the LiPo for $328.99. And then we have the Enduro Builders Kit, which is on here for $188.99. Gosh, that's pretty good. Sub 200. Sub 200 is not bad. And then we have the Enduro Comp Fox Edition, Comp Fox Crawler Kit for $279.99. Wow, that's pretty nice too. I don't know much about that one, but it looks cool. It looks provocative. Anyways, if you're looking at any of these Element RC crawlers, go ahead and check them out. Tower Hobbies, they got pretty good sale going on. Remember, this sale is called the Crawl to Fall sale. If you want to check that one out, let's go ahead and get to the next one. And next up from Amain Hobbies, they have the Hot August Steel sale still going on. Like I said on the previous episode, you want to check this one every day because there's a different sale each day. So for today, I thought this one was worth mentioning, especially in this side of the hobby where we need our tools to work on our vehicles because they tend to break a lot. And so on sale today is the MIP Generation 2 metric nut driver set. Comes with a 7mm and the 5.5mm, which are probably your two most common sizes, especially for like your wheel nuts and your smaller nuts for like your shock towers and things like that. So pretty good set there. MIP tools, of course, are fantastic. I love having those tools. I have a set here sitting in front of me on my board, my tool board. I don't have these, so I might have to pick them up, but pretty good deal, 25% off. And then if you kind of roll through, there's also, yesterday they had the Maverick Quantum 2 RTR on sale, and I think today that's on sale for $134.99. The thing about those Mavericks, they're actually, I think, I might be wrong on this, and somebody can comment, let me know, but I believe these are also made by HPI, so they're kind of like an HPI vehicle, branded as Maverick, sold by Amain, but they look pretty cool, $134.99. Let me know if anyone's ever had one, if they're any good or not. I can't really speak to it, I never had one, but they look cool. But anyways, that's it for Amain Hobbies. Those are kind of the main sales to talk about. We'll go through the brands real quick and kind of touch on anything that we might have missed. And so let's go ahead and get to that now. Yep, not so fast. We need to get to the Horizon Hobby sale. They still have the So Long Summer sale still going at the moment. The three main vehicles for that sale that you're going to be looking at is going to be from Team Losi, the 8XE 2.0 combo, so Nitro Electric Race Buggy Kit, $200 off at $499.99, pretty good one there. The Axial SCX24 Lexus GX is still on sale for $109.99, and then followed by the Arrma Big Rock 223S going on sale for $339.99. Pretty good deal there, save $60. I believe this sale ends on 8/27, so we got another week and a half or so. That Big Rock, that one's pretty tempting. That's a nice one there. So that's it for the So Long Summer sale. Let's go ahead and check out some of the brands. We'll talk about those real quick and then we'll move on. Alright, so first up we're going to talk about Traxxas, and I'm not going to hash all of these from Traxxas because a lot of these are just their new low prices that we talked about last week, so they're not really like sales. So if you go check out the dashboard, and of course I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it, a lot of these, like I said, are not sales. They're actually price reductions, which is, you know, good to see. But nonetheless, there's a couple on here that I do want to talk about. The first one being the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive kit that's on here for $229.95. And I want to shout out one of my frequent viewers that watches RC Weekly commented last week, letting me know that this kit in particular on the Traxxas site does not come with a battery and charger combo, even though it's BL2S. But if you go to Amain, you actually can buy this kit and get a free battery and charger with it, which is nice. Like, that's a heck of a catch. So thanks for pointing that out. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you guys ever find any sales or things that like I might have missed, you know, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll check them out. And if I could verify it, I'll add it to RC Weekly. So it's not just the me thing, it's an us thing. More of an us thing. But yeah, nice catch there. So $229.95 for a Slash two-wheel drive BL2S, plus you get a free battery and charger. Man, that's probably like one of the best deals I've seen from Traxxas in a while. Also, the other one that I want to talk about here from Traxxas, just real quick, is the Bigfoot 4x4 BL2S. I know I kind of mentioned that last week, and it's not really a sale, but it's just the low price now at $329.99. But I just kind of wanted to mention on that, like, that's a really, really good deal. And the more I look at it, the more I want to buy it. But also on that Bigfoot 4x4, if you go to Amain Hobbies, you can also get a free battery and charger combo with it. I just feel like that's a really good value for as nice as that Bigfoot is. So go ahead and check it out if you're interested in getting a Bigfoot. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the next brand. Alright, just the last thing I'm going to touch on here real quick is just from Element RC. Like I talked about, if you're looking at any of these Element RC vehicles, go ahead and go to Tower Hobbies. But real quick, taking a look at the dashboard, everything is like 15% off pretty much at Amain Hobbies, so there is some discounts there. But like I mentioned, a lot of these models, I'm not sure if it's all of them, but a lot of them you can get discounted for 30% over at Tower Hobbies. So go ahead and check that out. That's all I got for Element RC. Let's go ahead and get the scratch and dent. Welcome to my favorite section, the scratch and dent. So this week we have a much more condensed list, thank goodness, because last week was ridiculous. Anyways, first up we got a couple familiar faces we need to talk about, and first being the Kyosho MR03 rear-wheel drive Mini Z. This is the #1 body Toyota GT for $143.99. That's nice. That's actually seen a price dip of another couple percentage points, I think. Next up, we have the Team Associated RC10 Dakar Rally Race Car, $319.99. That's seen a price dip recently, so that's good to see. Also behind that, we got the Losi NASCAR 5 Chevy Camaro on sale for $215.99. It's actually higher than the new everyday low price, so that's got to come down a little bit. Also, got the Traxxas Fortec 2.0 BL2S for $235.99. And then behind that, we got the Red Cat Everest Gen 7 Pro for $281.99, which is just under 12% off. We also still have that other Mini Z, which is the #3 body Toyota GT for $157.99. I think that's been the same price for a couple weeks now. And then we have a Team Associated RC10 custom hauler, or not hauler, but custom 6x6 for $357.99. That's a pretty cool kit there. I like that one. So that's all I got for Scratch and Dent. I hope you guys got something out of this episode of RC Weekly. Like I said a few minutes ago, if you guys find anything, let me know down in the comments. Love to hear from you guys. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you on the next edition of RC Weekly.